got me feeling like
Hey guys, I'm Krista, a second-year medical student. FYI, I'm not a doctor yet, so this is not medical advice. This is simply just general knowledge that I want to share with you guys. Today we're diving into the world of acne, that uninvited guest that loves to crash the party. We'll uncover the secrets behind what causes it, how to treat it, how to prevent it, and we're also going to go into how to prevent hyperpigmentation. So let's get started. Acne is like a Jordan Peele movie with one of his iconic ensemble cast. It starts with excess oil and dead skin cells. These two are like the worst roommate. They clog up your pores and cause all kinds of drama. Then enters the big bad guy, bacteria, specifically Propionibacterium acnes. These bacteria thrive in an oily environment. They cause so much inflammation and a lot of the redness that you often see with acne. And let's not forget about our hormones. Hormones are like the Jordan Peele of this entire operation. When your hormones fluctuate, like during puberty or near your period, they increase oil production like crazy. And there you have it. You are giving yourself the ingredients to the perfect acne souffle. Now let's get into the usual concoctions that are made by our acne recipe. We have whiteheads, blackheads, and the not so friendly cystic acne. First up, we have blackheads. They're just hair follicles throwing a party with sebum, oil, and dead skin cells. The dark color on top, that's just your skin's melanin getting a little too friendly with the air in a process called oxidation. Now blackheads, they love an oily skin type, but don't get me wrong, while they have their preference, they can get anybody. The best products that you want to use to help prevent blackheads are retinoids and products that have salicylic acid. Next up on our list, we have whiteheads. Whiteheads are kind of like blackheads' shy second cousin. They hide under your skin after that same dead skin cell and sebum party. Now, whiteheads, unlike blackheads, prefer a more dry skin type. And if you want to keep these whiteheads at bay, you want to use products that are non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic just means products that don't clog your pores. Personally, I swear by CeraVe's products, and La Roche-Posay also has a really great line of products as well. Next up, we have papules. Papules are those little red bumps that you get on your face that happen when a follicle gets inflamed or infected. Then we have the drama-loving siblings of papules, pustules. Pustules differ from papules in that they tend to have a yellow center. That yellow center that you see in pustules, fun fact, it's actually white blood cells, specifically neutrophils. Something actually really interesting about neutrophils is that they can make bleach. It's actually pretty cool because our bodies have their own cleaning and military crew. Now last but definitely not least, we have the big bad bee, the queen bee. Now I'm not talking about Beyonce, I'm talking about cystic acne. These bad boys are kind of like the jocks of acne. They're big, they're painful, and they sit under your skin. Things like hormonal imbalances, stress, or even genetics can be contributors to cystic acne. You might even notice your cystic acne acting up closer to your period. I completely understand that some of these tips are easier said than done, so don't worry. There are other fixes to this as well. You can take a trip to your dermatologist where they can prescribe you something a little bit stronger like a systemic retinoid like Accutane. Accutane has been proven to be really good at helping things like cystic acne. Next up, we're gonna dive into the world of acne prevention. So first things first, washing your face. It's like the bread and butter of skincare. Now, do you remember the recipe I shared with you earlier about how to make the perfect acne souffle? What do we need? Dead skin cells, oil, inflammation, and bacteria, right? Washing your face, it helps eliminate all of that. The oil, bacteria, and dirt that builds up on your face throughout the day that helps contribute to you developing acne. How I like to think of it is I think of my pores kind of like a tunnel, and it's like if you don't wash your face, you're just kind of like having a traffic jam. Now another actually super easy and completely free way to prevent acne is to stop touching your face. Now I know it's easier said than done. The average person touches their face 23 times in an hour. It's like a long distance relationship where they can't keep their hands off each other. Don't do that. So how does not touching your face help prevent acne? Well, think about it. You're touching stuff all day. Garbage, your phone, all that. And there's all this bacteria and germs and dirt and oils on your hand. And when you touch your face, guess what? You're transferring onto your face. So keep your hands away from hair and help keep your face clear. Alright, up next, let's talk skincare ingredients because let's face it, not all skincare is created equally. Now, some ingredients can actually make your acne a lot worse. For instance, coconut oil. Now I get it, it smells like a tropical vacation, but it's probably one of the worst things you could put on your skin because it's highly comedogenic. Remember I was talking about your pores kind of being like tunnels earlier, and that, you know, if you clog your pores, it's like a traffic jam? Yeah. Coconut oil is one of those things that can help clog your pores, and we don't want that. So let's say you head over to your local Target or your local drugstore and you're trying to get some new skincare, right? Well, let's say you're reading the back of this skincare list and you see ingredients like lanolin, isopropyl myristate, or sodium lauryl sulfate. Run. You don't want these stuff on your face. They're kind of like the bad boys of skincare. Yeah, they're exciting at first, but they end up just being trouble in the end. They're highly comedogenic and you want to stay away from them. Now, on the other hand, you want to look for products that have things like salicylic acid, niacinamide, and benzoyl peroxide. These are like the superheroes of skincare. They help kill bacteria, decrease sebum production, and overall help prevent the development of new acne. Now that we've talked a bit about the culprits, let's go ahead and get into some over-the-counter and easily affordable and accessible treatments. As I mentioned earlier, products with benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid are your friend. They help break down and kill bacteria, reduce inflammation, and also decrease sebum production. If you have more stubborn acne that's not responding to these over-the-counter medications, I highly recommend going to see your dermatologist. They can prescribe you prescription strength things like retinoids, systemic retinoids like Accutane that can overall help to, at a systemic level, decrease the things that help contribute to the appearance and development of new acne. Other things that your dermatologist might prescribe outside of retinoids might be things like antibiotics and hormone treatments. So why are retinoids so great for treating acne, and why do dermatologists often recommend them? Well, obviously when your body's trying to fight bacteria, you know, it causes a bunch of inflammation. Well, guess what? Retinoids help decrease that inflammation. It blocks the toll-like receptors. Retinoids are also really helpful with overall skin appearance because it increases the skin cell turnover rate and also decreases sebum production. Now let's talk about hyperpigmentation. Now, hyperpigmentation is basically what happens after your body responds to inflammation and your melanocytes end up being damaged and kind of just spill their guts. And that's how you get those super dark spots. First things first, you always want to wear sunscreen. The sun is kind of like that friend that means well but always ends up making things worse. Personally, I never leave the house without sunscreen. How I remember to use sunscreen every day has been making it a part of my daily routine. I apply sunscreen every day the same way that I brush my teeth. It's not my morning routine if I don't apply my sunscreen. My personal favorite sunscreen to use is actually from La Roche-Posay. It's their water lotion sunscreen. It goes on like when you put it in your hands, you rub it together, it literally turns clear in your hands, and as you rub it on your face, it literally goes on like water. It has a water base, it's very thin, it doesn't have a greasy base like a lot of other sunscreens have, so I personally love that, and especially as someone who has acne prone skin, I highly recommend this sunscreen. Now, if you're looking for other products that you can use to help fade hyperpigmentation from acne that are over the counter, you want to look for products that have things like vitamin C, vitamin E, and retinols in them. Some of the top dermatologist recommended brands for hyperpigmentation include Timeless Skincare that has 20% vitamin C and vitamin E, La Roche-Posay's vitamin C face serum, and Paula's Choice Skin Smoothing Retinol. And my last tip to help prevent hyperpigmentation overall is to be gentle with your face. Even if you do get a pimple, don't pop it. Just leave it alone. Alright you guys, we've made it to the end of the video. And remember that knowledge is power. And I hope that with these tips, you're able to take control of your skin's story. So I hope with these tips, you're able to write a story of health and confidence. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And remember, your skin is unique, so always consult with a dermatologist for your skin's unique needs and for a perfect skincare regimen just for you. Until next time, bye!
No ties, no showers, and